Okay, let's look at naming ionic compounds, and specifically those with transition metals. So let's do, and I'll write the name. Let's start with one, iron, let's say 3 oxide. Okay, now we know the charge. Now we need to know the formula, so we're going to go from the name to the formula. And I'm going to use this, I don't know what you call it, double I, double T, and I always put the charge up here, okay? And then I put the number of atoms here, and then the lowest, I want to say LCM, lowest common multiple. I hope that's the right mathematical term to look at this through. But we have oxygen, and we know that the oxygen from the periodic table, you can just look at it and determine its valence electrons. We know it's going to be a -2. And so iron, in the formula, we are told that it is a +3. So now we don't know how many atoms we have, so we're going to come back to this, but we know we need to find the common multiple, the common charge here. So, and I just do this, just 2 times 3 is 6, so I know that this side needs to be a -6, this side is a +6. And so how many atoms of oxygen do I need to get to 6? Well, I need 2 times 3 is 6. So how many iron do I need to get to 6? Only 2. So now we can write a formula. So it's Fe subscript 2, and then O3. So that would be iron 3 oxide. Okay, let's go the opposite direction, and let's start with the formula, and then work toward the name. So we'll just go FeO. Okay, so there's the formula. So you might be able to do this in your head if you're doing this naming ionic compounds with transition metals. You might be able to do it in your head. But let's work through the process anyway. So here's our formula. Let's go ahead and put in our elements here and label the charges that we know. So here we have a -2, and we don't know the charge on this iron, okay? So, but we know how many atoms do we have? Well, from the formula, we have 1 iron and 1 oxygen. So then down this side, I kind of work in a U shape here whenever I'm trying to determine the charge of the positive cation of our transition metal. So I know that I have 1 atom of oxygen, so it's -2, so this side's got to be +2, and I have 1 atom, so that means that iron's got to be a +2. So when we name it, we just know that it is iron 2 oxide. Sorry, I ran out of room. So that is naming ionic compounds when you're working with a transition metal.